Racing League Season 2, Round 10, and it is time for our feature race around the track in Barcelona, the Spanish Grand Prix. Just doing the custom grid now. I'm joined by Liam, who's just putting the finishing touches to our custom reverse grid, and then we'll be racing. And after that fantastic wet sprint, what does the weather have in store for us around Spain in the feature race? And of course now the tension does turn in this feature race to the front of the championship. We have Jays and Aeon Blades fighting it out. It is a two-horse race for the championship this late in the season now. Both have played their wild cards, and I believe after the sprint they may just be the single point separating them now. If our maths are right, it's no more than 3-point swing after Jay dropped that first place, so he would have got 15 points. And he was 4 points behind Ant going into that. So I believe they could even be level now, actually. If Ant got the 11, I think they may be level going into this. So it is absolutely all to play for. Only going to be several cars between them. Mine hasn't loaded up yet, so you've ruined the surprise there for the stream. But it is absolutely hammering it down. Wow. I can hear the sigh of all the drivers as they resign themselves to 29 laps of concentration. Some are going to sleep tonight very well. So, thoughts, Liam?
It's going to be a messy one, especially at the start of the pack with Hugs leading the way. It's going to be just fucking carnage. It's good. I mean, you've got the stream, so you can watch that. I'm just watching. I'm off to the monster trucks. Demolition derby time for me. I'm looking out for the crashes.
Wow. We've got our first, shall we say, Toto Wolf in the chat. This is not right. I'm still waiting to join in here. How's yours?
It starts in 7 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I've got the time now. So it appears someone had a bit of a bad, dodgy connection. It's given up trying to make them. I'm looking at you, Mr. Pinto. But we are having a formation lap this time. It's Hugs. Hugs is Ghost at the front of the pack here. Now he's in. So the formation lap gets off. We will set up our wonderful, wonderful spectator menu.
It's a full wet as well.
It is full wets. Everyone on the full wets. Predicted strategy is a one-stop on the full wets. Of course, when it is wet,
16.
you will have no mandatory tyre change. You can stick to the one compound. And of course, no DRS in these conditions as well. So it's going to be Hugs leading the way, followed by Paul, Super Calgon, always grinding, and then Pinto P5. That's my one to watch, having that P5.
My one to watch is Chrissy. Chrissy, historically, he gets fucking awesome starts and then just fucks it like corner 4. So I'm gonna add on board of Chrissy and see how well he does at the back of the pack.
Well, one to watch again.
And
Lanod's already gone round. Yep. Oliver showed great pace in that sprint as well. He's only P7, so watch out for him. And Casper, of course, and then Ant in P9, and just behind him P12. And I think, if our maths are right, Liam, I do think they're on the same amount of points now going into this race.
Yeah, these are all for Canada, and then the finale at Abu Dhabi, ironically. If only Jay was in it. If only Jay was in a Red Bull.
And if only Ant was black.
Yeah, he's white and about 4 foot, so he's quite a stick with him like this. Not your generic basketball player.
No. Hugs has really put his foot down here, so he's going to be sat on that front grid for a long, long time.
Not as long as Lanard, but
No. So of course that again does that hinder Casper more than so Oliver on the opposite side? It's probably going to hinder Casper. So Ant's probably looking at this like he can gain 2 positions off this start. He can get Lanard with those cold tyres, and probably Casper who will be held up. And again, you can't get out of the straight line straight away in the wets. You've got to have that traction down for quite a while. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's our fun people.
Callum somehow beached it.
I think we do need to have. Yeah, I think we do need to have a word with people here because again, in these wet conditions, that's 4 people. 4 of the front 7 are going to have freezing cold tyres now. But we are locked in. The lights are on, and away we go. Hugs hasn't gone. Now we go. We've gone racing there. The lights went out. It was a long delay. Polly right up along Hugs already. Always Grind's got a great start. Lanard is up into P4 as well. And staying in P9. Pinto, fantastic start. He's off the track now.
God.
Whoa! We've lost the Red Bull. That's Oliver gone.
I believe that was caused by one of the Williams at the back of the pack colliding with the back of Chrissy. Chrissy's veered it off, tried to come back onto track, collected Pinto. Pinto's hit obviously the Red Bull. I had the perfect view of it.
The camera, see, I wasn't on board, so my camera shot down the screen, and then I just came back to see Pinto because he'd shot up a few positions, and then he was off track, and then in his rear view mirror, that unfortunately.
I'll send you it, Harry.
We saw that Red Bull in the wall.
Is it a full safety car?
I believe so. Yes, it is. Yes. So, and up into P7. Let's see who did get changes from that. So, Super Striker up 4 positions there. Ant got the 2 positions that we talked about, but not the 2 we were on about overtaking. Jay's up into P10 now as well. Chrissy shot up 5 positions, but do you think Chrissy probably has damage?
Chrissy has front wing damage, definitely.
Yeah. I think Pinto has completely lost his front wing, so he's going to be coming in that yellow Ferrari. He has, and Chrissy's lost his front wing as well.
Yeah. Chrissy getting at me a private chat already saying he got hit from behind. Yes, I know, Chrissy, that's what I was explaining. I've already got the footage. Always chirping up.
And again, I think something needs to go in the announcements about people prattling about on the formation lap because I think cold tyres came into effect there massively. But Hugs, credit to Hugs, great start, kept his pole position. And as he goes off track, commentator's curse.
Chrissy into the pits.
As expected, as is Pinto.
AP.
And Torre as well.
That's all right. That's the footage of lap 1. See if you can decipher something from that, Harry.
Let me have a look.
I was following Chrissy. You see someone hit Chrissy from behind. Not sure who it was.
Yeah. Oh, I think Pinto's lags massively as well.
Yeah.
Disaster there. I think it's.
Always carnage, as we said. Thing is, Harry, as well, this is on reduced as well.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's.
Yeah, so Chrissy. To fair, Pinto and I think Pinto and Oliver make contact without Chrissy. If I'm honest, looking at this.
Yeah, I just noticed the contact from Chrissy, which then obviously made.
Yeah, it's, when Oliver came back on, that's where he caught Chrissy. I think it's either Callie or Torre that went to the back of Chrissy originally. But yeah, I think Pinto. I think you'll see from his onboard. I think a massive lag was in there. Unfortunately, again, playing. We are a international league here. We've got people across the world playing different time zones, different servers, and yeah, I think that has unfortunately come to the Red Bulls' demise there. But unlucky,
Indeed.
Oliver. Again, there's never, well, from my experience, there's never any malice in this league, and it is just unlucky sometimes, and wrong place, wrong time. I think that's what it was.
Not sure.
Has Torre has he had a moment down the back straight there?
I think maybe he's trying to warm his tyres up, maybe. I'm not sure.
Possibly. Safety car will be coming in this lap.
Yeah,
So
from
we'll
the
go racing again.
first lap, first two places haven't really changed. Hugs and Paul maintaining 1 and 2, grinding, and Lanod moving up 1 and 2 places into 3 and 4. Callum, Casper, and obviously Eric, the only drivers who have actually lost any position so far in the race.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on that battle though, Jay and Ant both jumping 2 places as well.
Both in the points now.
Keeping themselves distant, keeping themselves the same kind of gap away from each other. Having said that, I think Ant might struggle getting past that. The Aston Martin, a super striker with the pace that he showed in the sprint race.
And Casper and Butler showed great pace as well, especially Butler compared to Jay. So, and Callie's right behind Jay, of course, who won the sprint. Safety car is in this lap, so it's up to Hugs now to control the field. I think a great track to lead on the safety car this, because you can, once you got those tyres straight on that back corner, you can floor it ahead. So you're not waiting down the straight. You're not a sitting duck down here. It is a long straight, but you can get such better traction off that last corner. So Hugs backing it right up, letting that safety car get in the pits, so he does control when this restart. He's going to have Polly and always grinding right on the back of him. Of course, they can still max Verstappen on this, as we called it last season. The new rules aren't effect on this game, where you have to stay behind the car. So Hugs now coming around the final corner. When does he floor it? He's not gone yet. Now he has. Battery opened up. Polly's missed the start. Well, similar start.
Callum's gone wide. Cam spun it on the last corner, losing another 2 places now. Ant's jumped him and Super Striker.
Yeah, Butler not though. And Jay's missed the start a little bit. He's dropped Callie behind him, but he's not gained on Casper. Just on board with Jay is now. He's going around the outside of Casper here. Brave move. He's going to make it stick though. He's got the traction. He's got the speed. He's gone a bit wide. He's gone off track. The game's letting him keep that position though. And up into P9. He had to move early. He had to get the job done early. And up into P6 now, right on the back of Super Striker as well.
Follows round.
Always Grinding's taking the lead. Hugs is off as well. He's kept it going. Polly's got a 10-second penalty though.
That's a bit unfair. He was just staying off track, trying to avoid drivers.
Butler alongside Hugs here. Oh, Jay right behind him. He's on the outside as well. Butler makes it stick. Can Jay do it now? Hugs going defensive. Is Jay going to send down the inside? He is.
How will Hugs fight this?
Contact! Hugs came straight across there, and that's also left Jay very vulnerable to the Alpine of Casper and Callie in the Aston Martin. Casper's got ahead of Callie because Callie had to pull out of that. Naughty play from Hugs there, I think.
I think it was just a matter of traction, maybe a little bit of nervousness from the Div 3 driver.
Possibly there. But Jay's got to come back at him again.
He's losing it
gone
again.
wide. Jay now better traction down the straight. Is he going to get it done? He's ahead of him already. Hugs tries to switch back, but Jay's got that done nice and early. And Jay now up into P7. And next on the menu for him is Butler, who's right on the back of Super Calgon.
Sorry, Callie just followed Jay through on the tie right-hander. A little bit of contact again. Oh, Hugs has just hit the back of T. Callie. Hugs gone off into the gravel trap.
Got him. We've also got Polly DNF down the main straight. I think he's retired in the pits.
Quite possibly.
Hugs all at the back of now. It's gone disaster from 1st to 14th in one lap. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. But we've got Lanod all over the back of Ant, who's up into P3 now. We'll go on board. And
four-way battle for P1 here, Harry.
Yeah, I've got Super Striker as well. Is he going to send one down the inside? Always grinding. No. But much better corner there. Grinding's gone deep. But again, the more these two fight, it brings Ant and Lanard right in. It's absolute Butler, Calgon, all. Look at there, Super Striker right on the inside. Fantastic move. Can he make it stick? He does. Up into P1 and Ant's looking to follow him through as well. Ant with a cutback now, going into the final straight. Ant making a move to try and get into P2 here. And behind him, we've got Calgon now. Calgon ahead of Lanard. Is Butler going to try and go through as well? Butler gets ahead of Lanard as well. Great racing all the way. Butler coming back. Butler coming back. There's no room there, ladies and gentlemen. There's no room at all. But somehow they don't make contact. Fantastic racing. And Calgon with the inside line will make it stick. But no! Butler around the outside. And we're 3 wide going the front here with Grinding, Aeon and Super Striker. Grinding pulls out, he goes wide and up into P1. Super Striker goes up into P2. Is he going to come back around the outside? Tries to cut back on and stuck it in the middle of the track. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, my voice is gone. And we're already on lap 6.
This appears to be an 8-way battle for P1. There is just a massive train of cars. Anyone would think this would be a lap after a safety car.
Jay's got ahead of Callie now. Callie's going back into on the inside. He's going to cut the curve. He's going to keep it on. Jay's got wide. He's just on the track.
But he's got
Callie's got the traction. Callie's ahead. Jay on the inside. He's going to keep it. But Callie's got the inside now. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, what? You're witnessing some of the best racing this season.
Jay now coming back up, and Callie will be looking down the pit straight, looking to take revenge on the Alpine.
Ant leads. Wow.
Take a glass of water, Harry.
Whew.
So everyone's burning the ERS pretty much up the straight to try and stay in the respective positions.
I think Josh says it best there. Holy shit.
Oh, and Grinding going a little bit wiggly there.
Butler's got a better traction. Is Butler going to send it to the inside? He's going to go to the inside. Grinding's got a bit wide again. Butler's going to keep it on the inside here now. Callie's gone through and Calgon as well. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we keep up with the racing again? Butler's through. Grinding coming back at him now. Butler makes it stick. Grinding goes wide. Calgon. Jay nearly gets you to the back of Calgon. Just avoids contact there, Jay. And he's got to be looking at that leaderboard, seeing Ant in first place and thinking, I've got to get going here, ladies and gentlemen. The championship's on the line.
You won't know. We can only see 2 places ahead if you're in P7, so I only know 5, 6, 8 and 9.
I promise you, Jay is in this stream. He knows in our commentary Ant is leading. He knows. He will tell you he's listening to the stream because he knows all about how he avoided the DNF in Singapore. But Ant absolutely flying. 1.8 seconds. Ant saving the masterclass for the feature race. Callie always on the back, always on the back of always grinding.
Always in the back of always
grinding.
Oh,
he nearly got him! He missed him, everyone's missed him! Whoa! I think Callie touched cloth.
Oh, that was close. That was close, and now this is what Jay right on the back
But Jay on the back of Calgon now, has to pull out of it. Calgon's going to go wide. Jay's going to stick to the apex here. Calgon's had to get off the traction. He's had to get off of it. And Jay make it nice and easy. P5.
That's a retire in the pits from Lanard.
Lanard retires in the pits. We're down to 13 drivers. Butler on the back of Super Striker now. Super Striker holding this train up a little bit, giving Ant the win in a minute.
Indeed.
Oh, Butler. Super Striker struggling for grip at this stage of the race. Calgon's done well to keep it in P6 at the minute. But Jay now on the mission to catch Callie. And these are both on the back of Super Striker here. With 3-way going down the back straight. And the more Super Striker holds these up, the more it brings Jay back into contention here for those podium places. Sector 1, we've got Helix round. He's stuck in the wall. He's put it in reverse. We're going to jump back because Butler all over the back of Super Striker. And Cali right behind him as well.
And sitting on 92% battery as well, and ever gaining that lead as well. So it just proves that this fighting in these wet conditions is absolutely no favours for time.
Super Striker got a great exit there, so he's keeping P2 down this back straight. But is Cali going to send one down the inside of Butler here? No, just a bit too far back. And Jay further second back now, just watching this all unfold in front of him. 81% battery with that, I see. And whereas Super Striker, he is draining that battery. Oh, he's lost it!
Super Striker's round. He's not dead. He's reversing onto the track.
Oh, and Ferrari Pinto spins.
Could that have been caused by...
I think the yellow flag, it was before he got to Striker, so I don't know whether he'd lost it on his own. But wow. Whew. Cali's made 10 positions up at the minute at this stage.
It's going to be interesting to see if Butler can start closing that 3.5 second gap down now.
Yep. They've been unleashed now.
Out of the way. But he's gone very wide
there. Cali's going to come back at him. That overspeed now. Thinks better of it. So 3.6. So it is coming down slightly now. We'll see the real pace of Cali and Butler now. And see, that's a great different line there by Cali to give him a better traction out of that. Does the cutback very well there, but it's not the place you're going to be able to do a cutback and get it sent. So Jay, 1.3 behind these, so he's closing in slightly. But I think Cali is faster than Butler at this stage of the Grand Prix. And is he going to make it stick as Ant sets a past his lap? That's a middle finger to his commentary team there.
Always just following, always grinding behind Tor, looking to make the overtake, and at the top of the hairpin, just losing the AlphaTauri.
Cali thinking better of it. Had a little look, see if it meant Butler goes defensive. But obviously, Ant with that fastest lap, so he is showing the great pace. Neither of the two behind. Follow him up that fastest lap. We've got, is that Casper? No, it's Torre that's, no, who's gone round? I think Chrissy's had a moment there. Hugs with a penalty. There was a yellow flag and sets one briefly there. Always grinding. Super Striker and Pinto in the pits. So both got damage from those spins. But 3.9 to Ant, still extending here. Jay sat in P4, not a disaster. In terms of he's not going to lose in the championship if he, a P1 and a P4. But I think at this stage, Jay can't afford to lose any more positions. I think P4 is the minimum he needs to finish.
He needs a podium.
2 more races after this, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Both wildcards played by the 2 championship leaders. And we're just watching a bit of a, should we say, a bit of a break in our entertainment.
Indeed,
at this time.
Yeah. So we've got yellow flags in sector 2. It was just grinding, just losing it again at the top of the hairpin. And almost storming away with it for 4 seconds plus. Then obviously, I'll say we've got the kind of middle of the pack still fighting it out, and then it's just around the rest of the drivers who have had an accident are kind of hoping for that safety car to come out. Calgon's made the move on Casper as well. He was following Casper not so long ago, so he's made a move in that last lap. Chrissy as well, doing well in P7, up 9 places from the start. Done well not to retire in the pits.
Yeah, but I think at this stage, it's Ant's got it covered with those undercuts potentially or anything like that. So I think as soon as you see a Butler or a Cali pop in, I think Ant will be the next lap unless he decides to stick to his own strategy. But I think at the minute, rather than avoid traffic, stay out as long as someone behind you pits.
Is there going to be any dry weather as well, Harry? We just don't know, do we?
No, it's a commentator's curse. We don't see the weather forecast. If anyone's in chat that's retired, then let us know. But I think we're going to be wet. Grinding's gone. Is that going to cause a safety car? Safety car's out.
That's a horrible place, Harry. That's right at the top of that just at the exit, that fast right-hander.
Yeah, Pinto's coming up to it now, and Pinto's got right out of the throttle just to make sure. It's right in the middle of the track. Oh, dear.
Yeah, horrible
Hugs,
spot.
be careful, mate, if you're in. He's slowing right down Hugs. He's not taking any chances. Again, safety car there. It's gone now. There's just a tyre in the middle of the road.
It's all gone now, yeah.
Again, no indication. And Ant pits.
So that's the safety car. I wonder, Butler and Cali.
Butler stays
Butler's
out.
not followed him.
Cali in. Jay in. Oh, Kelly's hit the wall!
Oh my God, Harry.
Kelly into the wall.
How has he lost his front left tyre in the... Oh, because he won't have been close enough, will he? He'll have been trying to go too fast and clip the wall.
Disaster. Torre into the pits now as well. So everyone but Butler into the pits.
And Torre just... his wing just hit that tyre in the pit lane. I don't know if he sustained any wing damage there.
We'll have a quick look. It's a long old pit lane here when you're at the end. I don't think so. No.
And do you know what, Harry? P2 and P3.
Yeah. Oh yes. Both on fresh tyres. Butler deciding track position. Kelly is going to headbutt his nan apparently in the chat. Wow. We were just saying Ant had it in the bag.
I know, yeah.
But this is the Red Arrows Racing League, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know drama is but a turn. Or should we say a spin away or a pit wall.
Yeah.
But wow, Cali, big surprise there. They always grinding
as well.
Yeah, but again, we are looking at Hugs throwing away that P1 that he had. Helix with the drive-through penalty. Why would you speed on the safety car? It's going to let you catch up. Butler in.
That's another lap.
Butler's come in now.
Was that Butler and Joe? Was it?
No, Jay stayed out.
Butler and Helix.
I think Helix trying to serve that penalty, but I don't think he'll let him, will it?
No, Helix retiring in the pits.
Oh, he's retiring.
What is Butler doing?
Whoa, Pinto spun round there. Whether Butler just hadn't... Yeah, whether Butler just didn't get to the safety car in time, just didn't think of pitting that quick, possibly. Okay, Lannard was out, so he wasn't going to impede his teammate or anything. But wow, it's almost like somebody wrote this script. Level on points in the championship. 2 races left after this. Ant leads from Jays. The front 2, and let's be clear about this, ladies and gentlemen, by a country mile. Both have played their wild cards. Both won their wild card race. And both now the front 2. Maybe Butler did as Danny Ricciardo and didn't want to be part of that race up front.
Yeah.
But again, don't count Calgon now. Calgon's probably one of the worst drivers you could have to, aren't you? Because he's shown great pace, won the last race in this league. So it's not a foregone that these two are going to race away. But Ant has shown great pace in that first stint.
Almost unmatchable. It's gonna be interesting to see if Jay can keep up with him. Let's say with Ant with fresh air. Seeing obviously how the medium and full traction makes a difference as well, especially in the wets. So not even halfway, and we've lost 6 drivers.
But it does give us time to catch our breath, because I've seen some of the best racing I've ever seen on F1 22 in that first stint between the 2 safety cars, as my voice shows. I think I hit notes in that race that only dogs can hear, so I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but we try to keep up with best of the action we can. We're not professional commentators. We do this for the good of the league, as Liam will contest for the fact he's not racing. And he's commentating instead.
We move.
But wow.
I imagine the safety car will be in this lap.
Yeah, I think my personal favourite was the 8-way for the first place that we had for a lap at some stage. Then,
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. As I say, not even that, but I believe all 8 drivers. They're not. Sorry, I was going to say all 8 drivers are still participating in the race. It was obviously
no,
all
lost
clean
Cali.
racing. Yeah, nothing to do with any reckless driving.
Just the pit
it
lane.
appears that he just misjudged the pit lane and threw himself into the wall.
I think several drivers saw the forecast here and thought of doing the same, but Cali is the only one that's done it so far. So, 19 laps to go. Safety car in this lap, and our championship leader, followed closely by our championship leader. Oh, Hugs has hit Pinto. Hopefully no damage. But Ant now takes over the pace of the pack. And he will be looking when to go. See if he can drop Jays. And Jays will be looking to make sure he doesn't get caught a bit cold like he did on the last restart. And Calgon all over the back of him. Followed by Casper, and then Butler, and then Torre up into P6 now.
I'd be looking at flooring it now, you know. How just now,
Catching,
what we exit here.
Yeah. Ooh, not with that exit that we did. He isn't going to. We saw that last race. Someone went very early in the restart. I think it was Calgon, actually. He went very early. Now he goes. He's left Jay cold here. He's left Jay cold. Calgon on the back of Jay. Jay's is going to come under pressure from Calgon in turn 1 here. Jay's already going defensive on the inside. Calgon in that slipstream. He's not got the top speed, though. We've lost Hugs' round. But Aeon has got the start. He's already a second ahead. Calgon just not having that top speed on the straight that Jay's had.
He hates that corner, that right-hand corner for Calgon. He's losing it all the time. He's now coming under immediate pressure from Casper.
Super Strikers up the inside of Torre already. Torre dropped down to P7. We've got Butler looking at the inside of Casper as well. Now around the outside, he's looking at it because Calgon sort of holding up Casper a little bit, but Casper still keeps hold of it around there. And Super Striker now coming on the back of Butler. Thinks better of it to send it there. And Butler eliminating an Aston Martin sandwich. Somewhere no one wants to be.
Super Striker though, because he went down the inside, but knew he wasn't going to make the corner.
Yeah, sensible.
Early, pulled back in behind.
Now Butler, now he's looking down the inside of Casper. Goes inside, Casper goes a little bit wide. Butler now's got the inside line, but Casper's going to keep the inside line here.
For the next couple of corners as well.
Yeah. So great racing.
Back end of sector 3, he's right-handers.
Great racing from the 3 drivers there.
And a second and a half ahead of Jay now.
Yep. Jay 2.3 seconds ahead of Calgon. And fastest lap on the restart. Shows he means business to open up that lead that he had again. And we've got a bit of a slipstream train down the main straight here, led by Calgon. He's got Casper. Butler looking down the inside now. Thinks better. Again, it's one of those risk rewards that if you do send one down the inside, you get out of shape and you come under threat because all the cars are so close together behind you. Oh, and then Butler going wide. Is Super Striker going to capitalise on that? Not at this present time. Butler all over the back of Casper, just trying to get third, but as soon as he gets out of shape, Striker's there. Oh, great traction, well held by Butler. He's up the inside of Casper now. He's ahead of him at the apex. Goes deep though, hits contact. Super Striker on the pair of them. Striker up the inside of both. Casper's through. Butler's down all the way to P8 now. Chrissy, Torre have gone through. Chrissy makes contact with Torre now. Chrissy, no, he's kept it going. How has he kept it going? But he's lost his front wing. He's definitely got damage. He's kept his front wing. He's definitely got damage there though. Butler to P7 now. Wow.
No, he's not. He's not lost his wing. He's lost an end plate at best.
He's like, there was definitely debris flew off there, but he's kept his front wing. But Super Striker saw that, got out of the little pack in front of him, straight around the outside, up into P4 now. Has Casper got damage from that though? Ant with another fastest lap, 2.8 he leads now. Butler all over the back of Torre now. as he tries the road to recovery. Opens up the battery. Torre's staying on the outside. He's going to send him up the inside. Outbreaks him. Gets the job done. Torre's still there, though. Torre with the track limits warning. He gets the penalty for it. Gives up the position as well. And Butler back up into P6. Wow.
What a race. We've got Callum, obviously, fending off the Aston Martin duo for a podium spot. But the front three, I say, bar Callum, with the pressure coming from behind the front three, kind of running their own races here at the minute, Harry.
Yeah, Jay's has put his foot down. I'm impressed with how much he's dropped Calgon. The Ant doesn't surprise me with the pace he showed in that first stint. So Ant just building up the lead he already had here, basically doing the work again. But Jay showed a lot more pace than he showed in the sprint compared to Calgon. And I think he'll be praying Calgon keeps Super Striker behind him, because Super Striker's shown that he's one of the fastest people in the wet around here. So I think Jay will be trying to open up that lead to Calgon just in case Super Striker does get through, because I think Jay will be more fearful of Striker than he is of Calgon at this moment of the race.
Indeed. I'm just curious to see how far Callum is in the standings, especially after winning last week.
But looking at that, the fastest lap, and
P4,
the only person in the 132s.
Bear with me a second there, Harry.
No worries. So Striker less than half a second now. It sort of flicks between the 4 and 6 tenths. Got out of shape a bit there, so Calgon opens up that gap again. Butler now pulling up to the back of this little train as well. 3rd to 6th. Creating their own little race here. And of course no DRS in these conditions, so it is all battery ERS and traction and speed as racing should be. Not trusting the technology. It's all up to the drivers when they use the battery. And it doesn't put Calgon there as a sitting duck as it would with the DRS. And now 3 seconds ahead of Jay's, but 3.8 ahead of Calgon now, 3.9. So Jay extending that gap. And I think Calgon will be coming under pressure by Super Striker in the next few laps, because especially if he goes wide like that. Super Striker coming back at him now, down to 7 tenths. And then, of course, Casper half a second back, and then Butler has joined the back of this pack again now after his little incident a few laps ago with Casper. Both of them still racing hard, racing fair. We have shown some great racing in the Red Arrows Racing League this race. So, Calgon. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Is that Hugs? I think Hugs is getting out of the way of Ant and Jay-Z. He doesn't want to get any more in trouble there to affect the two leaders of the championship. Jay now 4.6 ahead of Calgon. So he's opening up that gap just in case it starts to come down. But you couldn't have wrote this better. The front two in the championship, the front two in the race. And Casper now, Calgon just getting a bit of a gap from Super Striker. And Casper and Butler now pulling into the back of Super Striker. Butler right on the back of Casper here. And it seems that Striker's having a bit of issue. Maybe tyre temperature or something, maybe locked up a bit. Push it a bit too much at the minute because Casper's all over the back of him now. And if Casper gets a better exit here, Super Striker might be under pressure down the main straight. Casper not a good an exit though, as Super Striker did, and Butler the same. So all three down the pit straight, just in maintaining position. Butler having a look down the inside though, but does think better of it. Welcome back.
Sorry, could I go get drinks or something?
No, that's fine. So Calgon dropping Super Striker a bit now. Open up over a second. But Butler up the inside of Casper. Here he goes. Casper keeps the outside, keeps the traction down, but Butler's got the better traction on the inside and makes it stick. Casper pulls out of it. And then Butler makes it stick. Butler up into P5 now. And let's see if Super Strikers think he's got his tyres back a bit here now.
That red hugs. Going off track.
Yeah, I think he's getting out of the way for cars lapping him. He has been. But and now 3.9, so it's not really going up anymore. Kind of maintaining it a bit now. But Jay definitely dropping Calgon. But Calgon likewise now dropping Super Striker, who's going to be coming under constant from Butler now. Less than half a second. Butler seems to be the one that's got his tyres working best out of this little pack at the minute. He's ahead of Casper now, and he's closing in on the back of Super Striker.
It's amazing to see the consistency from drivers as well, week in, week
Pinto.
out.
Pinto spun, lost his front wing. No, he's kept his front wing. But Butler now, down the main straight, is not got the overspeed. Or has he? It's going to be a late lunge here if he thinks about it. He is going for it. Oh, contact! Super Striker keeps the inside for the next corner, but Butler's going to be up the inside here. Pulls out of it. Going to try and get the traction on the outside, but again, this brings Casper back into it, but Casper's not close enough to capitalise. Bit of a desperate late lunge there by Butler.
Showing a little bit of the impatience that we saw in Baku.
Possibly. But Super Striker not as quick as he was a few laps ago. Definitely struggling a bit compared to what he was in the sprint and earlier in this race. Oh, Butler a bit too much curb there to capitalise on the extra traction. Thinks better of a lunge this time. And Calgon just maintaining the gap to these, 1.2, but it's 6.8 now behind Jay's. And Ant is opening up that gap again. It's 4.6 now, so he has had a few laps of maintaining it. Oh, and Super Striker gets out of shape. Butler around the outside, there's contact. Butler's off track. Comes back on in front. Is it going to make him give the position back, though? Oh, they're right there. All three of them now. Butler's got the position. It's not going to make him give it back, I don't think. Hard racing. There was definite contact multiple times between the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo there. But Butler up into P4. And again, that, like you say, that impatience just showing a little bit there, I think. But it's let Calgon 2.5 seconds ahead of this pack now.
Not what we want to see, the impatience. We see drivers biding the time.
But now, Butler already closing that gap to Super Calgon. And now Butler is the man on track, probably showing the quickest pace apart from Ant up top. But 7.2 now Jay's opened up on Calgon. So Jay putting the work in here in case a faster car does come through to maintain that second place. And I don't think anyone's touching Ant on this pace, on this form. So front two in the championship, front two in the race at the minute. And it sets up a perfect finale at Canada. And then, of course, the rescheduled race in Abu Dhabi.
No, Michael, no.
We saw Jay get robbed of the championship last season in the last race in Japan. So,
I can't actually. Oh no, it was. No, what happened? Let's not ask him.
So yeah, it's set up again for the redemption of Jay's, or is it Ant's time to be champion, and Jay once again to be the bridesmaid and not the bride. Butler all over the pack of Calgon now. He's going to send it. He's passed him before we get to the corner. Great overspeed from Butler. Calgon stays there on the outside. There's a little bit of contact. Calgon's there on the inside now.
That's what Super Striker on around the outside. And Callum's losing it again.
Yeah, Calgon's had to get off the power.
He hates that corner, he really...
Super Striker goes through, and Casper now on the back of Calgon. It's all gone wrong for McLaren on this lap.
The two supers fighting it out.
Oh, Calgon, sorry, Super Striker gets out of shape there. That's bringing Super Calgon back into it, and Casper's pulled out of any moves just in case there was an incident. Chrissy has overtaken Pinto. We've got a yellow flag. I think that's...
It's just Hugs getting out of the way, I believe.
Yep. But Butler now putting his foot down. He's 9 seconds behind Jay. 10 laps to go. Can he make a indent on these front two? Striker in P4 now. Calgon P5. He's got Casper all over the back of him. It is fascinating to see how much confidence these guys get in the wet lap to lap rather than different tyre compounds. It's all the same this time. It is just confidence and traction, like you say.
Indeed. It's I say it's just them two shining again. It is a reason why they are 1 and 2 in the drivers' championship. Just ever so consistent, staying out of collisions, and obviously just being one with great pace around all tracks.
Like you say, Calgon hates this corner. Chris is going to come up the inside. Casper, sorry, he's going to come up the inside of him here. He doesn't go full throttle all the way around there, does he? He really eases off halfway around it.
Yeah. You can almost see it in his car. It just starts to drift.
Yellow flag set to 1. That's Hugs.
Hugs again.
Spun it round again. Butler's still 9 seconds behind Jay, so it's not coming down. So Jay doing enough here at the minute to keep that second place. But he's 5 seconds behind now. And do I dare say is his chance to lose now with 9 laps to go?
I believe, looking at how many laps are left, I believe Butler would need to go on a rate of about a second a lap in order to get behind Jay.
Absolutely.
So it just leaves maybe 5 laps or so, 4 or 5 laps to see if Jay can make an indent on that lead. Another interesting thing actually is, because I'm not doing the stream, I will check, is if any of them are due any penalties.
We've got Torre and Hugs is the only one that's got penalties on at the minute.
No, if they're due any penalties though.
No, the only incident we had was Hugs.
No, as in, like, they've had track limit warnings.
Oh, you're in the race director.
Yeah, because I can do that, because you're obviously streaming. This could be very interesting. How far behind? So the gap between Jay and Butler, under my understanding, is 3 seconds, correct?
8.
Oh no, I thought it's from the leader. Oh, okay, that's fine then. I believe Jay is 1 warning away from a penalty.
Okay.
Out of the front 5 is the only one that's even received any penalties today.
It is hard in the wet to get the track limits because you're not absolutely nailing it on those corners. So.
No, you're not. Like I say, it is very difficult.
But we said he needs to come off a second. He's lapping about half a second quicker than Jay at the minute. So it's not out the realms possibility. It does get in to a bit of a race with him. But Casper now pulling up to the back of Calgon. So Super Striker's just dropping this pair now. And Butler has definitely dropped Super Striker. So Butler on for another podium. Showed some great pace this season, just lacks consistency. Hopefully gets better and comes back stronger next year and beats a force in the championship race here as Calgon seems to have that top speed over the Aston Martin. Casper has a look down the inside, thinks better of it, but he'll be coming under much pressure round turn 3 here because we know how difficult Calgon finds it. So Casper now gets on the throttle now as he comes back off the outside apex. Calgon struggles, he's lost the traction again. Casper up the inside here. No, just holds position there, Calgon. As Casper tries to go around the outside, which gives him the inside line this time. It isn't over yet. Nice, fair racing by both. Leaves the space. But Calgon get on the traction early. He just struggles coming out of it, doesn't he? That back end twitching like a hooker on a pole. It's like watching a Nicki Minaj video the way it works.
We've got a Super Striker that's gone really slow. I believe Super Striker might have lost it at the top of the hill.
Possibly there. Both have gone through now, and Casper all over the back of Calgon again. Going wide there, though. So, yeah, I think Super Striker had to get right off the throttle to avoid spinning into the wall there, because it's so easy to lose over that hump, isn't it? But now, Calgon up into P4. Casper all over the back of him again. Calgon takes a lot more curb than Casper does. But look at the better traction off the corner there. Calgon gets on the power earlier. And Striker, drops a second now. There's Pinto. Goes Pinto and Chrissy side by side here. The battle for P8. Pinto around the outside. Chrissy stays on the inside. Pinto going to send it around the outside now. Both on the same 11 lap old tyres. So both... Whoa! Chrissy nearly loses it. He just keeps it going, but Pinto's gone through here. Pinto up into P8 and Chrissy lucky not to collide with a wall or anything like that there. Wow. We go back to the Aston Martin show, as it seems to be today, with both of them being very competitive drivers having a race. Calgon having a little twitch coming out the corner there. That's brought Casper right into the back of him as it goes over the blind corner onto the back straight. Of course, no DRS. But Calgon, when he needs to, he gets the corners right. Keeps that position. Butler 8.6 behind Jay. He's not gaining quick enough. Calgon 7 seconds behind Butler. So the front three at the minute, without any safety car, without any drama, should be the top three. But of course, this is Red Arrows Racing League. There's a reason we stream every week, because we bring a show. We bring racing, we bring top quality action, and we bring drama. And again, Calgon, when he needs to, he just gets much better exit out of the corner. If it wasn't for that turn 3, he'd be a lot faster than a lot of these drivers today. But he just can't drop Casper enough, because Casper now, coming into turn 3, will gain. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. I think that's a bit of a glitch. Nothing showing on the mini-map. I think Hugs might have had a moment. Calgon much better that time. A lot cleaner around turn 3 here. Into turn 4. Chrissy picks up a penalty as he's got back in front of Pinto. And they both let Butler through, I believe. Hopefully not holding him up.
I've had myself muted for ages, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, Chrissy gets out of the way. Butler lets him through.
Yellow flags again.
I think it's Butler. I think oh, Pinto's out. We've lost Pinto.
Safety car.
It's safety car. Wow.
Oh my god.
Just trying to see where he's lost it. On the left.
The DRS zone.
Yeah.
The new
strange
corner.
Place to lose that.
Tor's just coming round now.
Yeah,
so
the car has gone though, so we won't see it.
Well, I'm not sure how he's lost that.
Whether he's just been sideways up the entire straight and eventually it went. Striker with a penalty. Oh, disaster.
Horrible time to have it as well.
What we see here, and staying out. Casper into the pits. Striker into the pits. Again, this is going to be stacked as well, so the Aston Martin's going to miss out here. Casper's going to benefit. Striker's going to have to wait his turn.
Is Tor going to get the jump on one of them, I wonder?
I don't think so, looking at it. There's Casper, in comes Striker. Tor is coming around now. He probably is going to get, he is. He's going to get the jump on Striker here for sure. Whether he gets ahead of Casper as well, possibly.
Racing to the pit lane.
No, Casper keeps P5. Of course, fresher tyres. Now does Ant pit? These front two can still pit now and come out only so.
Thing is, if Ant doesn't and Jay does.
Yep, absolutely. It's a gamble. We know Jay likes to do whatever Ant doesn't. So if you're Jay, if Ant stays out, do you pit? He's ahead of that delta. He's ahead of that delta. He's having to drop right off. He's 12 seconds ahead of Butler here. Let's see. Ant stays out.
I think Jay will stay out also now then. He's not.
Jay's coming in. Jay's coming in. Is this a pivotal moment in the championship? Butler stays out. So Butler is going to the jump on Jay. Is Calgon here? Calgon's coming in as well. So Jay's only going to drop one position.
That's what Jay needed.
Yeah.
He needed Callum to come in.
So, wow. This just got tasty. And of course, Jay is only one warning away from a 3-second penalty as well.
Callum's got a free pit stop, so I don't think he'll lose any positions.
Casper coming through now. It's going to be tight. I think Casper's just going to. No. Calgon's going to get ahead of that white line. So Casper's going to have to slam the brakes on here and stay behind him. So Calgon, free pit stop for him there. Just go wide there, though, making sure he gets ahead of him.
With the cold tyres.
Yeah. And Jay's got back markers in front of him, though. That's the problem. He's got Butler, but then he's also got Chrissy and Hugs in between him and Ant. So Ant's got a little bit of a buffer here. I wouldn't be surprised if Ant goes very early when this safety car comes in. And I hope Chrissy and Hugs get the hell out of the way. Otherwise, I think we'll have some very angry messages in the Discord here.
Yeah. I mean, Ant could just let them go.
He could, but why would he? It benefits his race than being there.
Tell that to Lewis Hamilton then.
That was up to race control to let them go, not the driver.
Well, we
safety car not
to let
in.
Them go.
Yeah, I'll let you jump into the party and tell them to get out of the way if you want, because it makes good TV for us here on the Red Arrows Racing League YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not. Every Monday we bring you this absolutely fascinating drama, and we are going to have. He has jumped into the chat to tell them to get out of the way here. Race control, unlap cars may now unlap themselves. We're on board with that. Let's see if he does get off track and let them through. Because we are going to have a 2-lap sprint. Yeah, Hugs and Chrissy getting out of the way themselves, actually. Fair play, boys, fair play. Well, Chrissy's not yet. Chrissy not getting the message here. Now he does. No, Michael, no. It's not right, Michael. Safety car in this lap. Here we go. It's a 2-lap sprint. Ant leads.
I let Ant know, and he said okay. In the corner he did. Hugs
Hugs and Chrissy. Oh, did he? Oh, I saw Hugs and Chrissy both got out of the way. So the other way around, basically. Rather than unlap, they got out of the way.
Yeah.
They've all caught up. It's fine. So, Ant leads, backing up, safety car in this lap. 19 laps old, wet tyres. Butler P2, 18 laps old. Jay's P3, fresh, wet tyres. Ant has been the fastest man on track today, by far. Is he going to be the fastest man in the next 2 laps? He's not gone yet. Now he has.
He's gone.
Butler, a bit slow at the start. Jay also a bit cold. Calgon getting a good run at Jay here, but we've seen Jay's got the better top speed compared to Calgon.
Casper as well, side by side.
Casper around the outside of Torre. Makes it stick. Torre coming back at him though. It's going to go around the outside. See if Jay, all over the back of Butler now, and that better fresh tyres. He's got to make this stick if this is going to work. This gamble is taken. He pitted, lost the position. He had P2 sewn up here, lost the position, and Butler both didn't pit.
I feel like it was a bit of a mistake. Pitting.
We'll find out in about 3 minutes. Butler's struggling around here. This is where Jay's got to make it stick. Corners like this. Gets a better exit. Not fast enough to make it stick down the back straight though. But Butler's gone a bit deep there, it looks. Manages to keep it. Ant over a second ahead already. I think Ant has done enough at this lap to save himself from Jays. Jays has got to get past Butler though. These are the decisions that win or lose championships. He gambled from P2. It's dropped him back to P3. Here he goes. Much better exit compared to Butler. Butler's going to go defensive. Sticks it right in the middle of the track. Sends Jay around the outside here. They're side by side going in. Great racing for both. Jay, fresher tyres, makes it stick though. Jay up into P2 on the final lap, but he's a second and a half plus behind Ant here. And Ant breathes a sigh of relief seeing how much Butler held him up there, I think, because I can't see him. Jay, fastest lap in the first sector.
Yeah, I say Ant actually holds that fastest lap at the minute.
Again, that extra point could come massively into play at the end of this season. Purple sector from Jay in sector 1. 1.4. We've got half a lap to go as Casper goes a bit wide there on Calgon. Purple sector 2 from Jay. 1.1 now the gap. Oh, if this is another lap, I think Ant would have a twitchy arse. I think he's done enough though. Under a second. He's got 4 corners to go. There's the first. There's the second. There's the third. And Ant takes a lead in the championship with 2 races to go. The Mercedes has been the standout driver today. Picks up the victory. Jays comes through in P2 with the fastest lap. It was a worthy gamble just for that extra point. Butler takes a well-deserved podium. Calgon just gets ahead of Casper by 0.03 of a second for that P5. Torre picks up a very respectable P7. Super Striker, what could have been for him, it's a P7 for him. Chrissy crosses the line in P8, and Hugs finally finishes a race with another penalty there. 12 seconds penalty for him. It's going to keep him a P9 though, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Spanish Grand Prix. 2 rounds to go, and it is all to play for. Wow.
What a race, Harry. I'm just gobsmacked. I don't know what to say. The racing that we were laying witness to there was just outstanding.
But I think, I don't often say it, but that was someone who deserved the win there. He was the standout driver today. He had to build up that lead 3 times. But Jay took the gamble and it paid off. I know he didn't get the win, but he didn't get any worse off and he got that fastest lap. I think if there was another lap there, or if Butler had not been in between them, I think that could have been Jay's race there. So it's worth the gamble. Indeed. But it is the Mercedes driver that picks up the win and takes the lead in the championship with 2 races to go. Wow.
Yeah, again, just what a wonderful race. Jay obviously hoping at that extra pit stop. Obviously granted him his position back. Extra point for the fastest lap. So it's not a complete waste. Just maybe wonder though what the restart would have been like on the same tyres as Ant, or would it have been worse still?
Well, I think he would have come under threat from Calgon behind because Calgon was on the fresh tyres. So
You are right. But I'm saying, are you wanting to get a couple of people in at all? Or?
yeah, by all means, we can get a few people in if you want. Who should we get Ant in?
So, yeah, I could say it's not on your stream. And anybody else? I've invited them.
Whew.
Sometimes.
This is the top race we bring every Monday, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I keep saying every week, surely not next week can be as dramatic, but it just seems to every week. It seems to be getting more and more dramatic. And we are joined now by our race winner. Wow. Have you had to work harder for a race win than that?
Mate, honestly. That was mad. Like, my literally one-shot qualifying, horrendous. And then it was just, like I say, just a fight through the weekend. I suddenly decided I like Spain, but as long as it's in the rain.
And I bet you were worried if there was another lap there, because we saw a very fast Williams coming up in your rearview mirror on that last lap once he was clear of Butler.
Oh god, those tyres were dead, absolutely dead, but he was just going to always do what I didn't, so if I pitted he'd have stayed out and vice versa, so.
Yep, and of course, like you say, that is also your championship rival.
That is very true, very true.
So, yeah, you've taken the championship lead with only 2 more races to go, so how are you feeling now?
Good. I don't think I'm here next week.
Oh,
isn't good, but
controversial.
We shall see. We shall see. But I enjoyed it. I know it was a good race.
Yeah, again, we've highlighted you as the standout driver of the day because, like you say, you've shown great pace. You had to build up that lead 3 different times, but you did it. And you managed to keep the lead, so deserved victory. Liam, any questions?
Well done on not spinning.
Yeah, cheers. Even with a Red Bull planted up my backside during the safety car.
Yeah, we heard about that.
I believe, yeah. Not quite sure what was going on, but just suddenly looked in my rearview mirror and just saw a Red Bull sliding towards the rear end. But...
So what do you think was your strongest position there? What got you the win today?
High downforce. Just a lot of people running quite low wings, so I was losing a lot of time in the straights to James. But then as soon as it kind of got out of sector 1, I was just increasing that gap more and more. But I think that's probably about it, really. Just being consistent.
Well, you get my vote for driver of the day. Obviously, we do a driver of the day poll that the drivers vote, and we nominate 3 drivers. So you are getting my vote today because, like I say, just very consistent. And every time you built up a lead, it got taken off you, but you just kept your head down. And very well done today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the awesome work as always on the comms.
You're very welcome. As I've just spun it on the penultimate corner, just trying to show you guys what Spain isn't drove like. So we get Jay in. Speak of the devil and he shall join.
Hi, mate.
Hello. How are you feeling after that?
A bit drained, to be honest. That was mentally exhausting. That was a difficult race.
What made you decide to change the tyres at the end?
I had a big gap behind. I think I was only going to lose. If I lost a place, it was only going to be 1. So I thought, if he doesn't box, then I'm going to be and we're right behind, and we have a huge advantage, a huge tyre advantage. So it shouldn't be too hard to work through the field. Unfortunately, just rat laps.
Yeah, we've noticed in comments. We thought if it was another lap, it was going to be mighty close.
The thing was, the way the race was going, I was pushing like hell, but I couldn't do anything about him. It just had so much pace on me today. So I had to do something different, because by doing the same, it was only going to end one way.
Yeah,
So I
agreed.
had to do
No,
something
it was worth it. And obviously got that fastest lap, which, points at this stage of the season, every point matters.
It could well do at the end of the season. There's only a couple of races to go, so yeah, every point will count.
And of course, we've got breaking news that Ant may not be here next week. So
I'm a bit gut about it, to be honest. If I'm going to win this championship, I'd rather win it by being on the track. Yeah.
Rumours were he's scared he was going to lose it, so he's got the excuse in just in case.
But no, very well done today, especially, like I say, had a lot of fast drivers around you at certain points of the race who seemed to sort of have pace and then drop off. We sort of Super Striker had great pace, Calgon had great pace, and Butler. But when it needed to happen, when it needs to happen, you maintain that gap to Butler quite well towards the end before that last safety car. He wasn't actually gaining on you, so you did really well there. So I think second place, again, I don't think anyone's touching Ant today with that pace. So damage limitation, I think, for you there. Like, get as close to him as you can.
Done about as well as I could. A little bit gutted to lose out in the sprint. Led for most of it, and then got done by TCal in the last lap, or second to last.
Yeah.
But it's only a point. I technically made the point back out by getting the fastest lap. So, yeah, I mean, every point will count, but I could have lost more if I'd defended it harder, if we'd come together and made contact. So I fought as hard as I could, but yeah, he got past me.
And how close were you to, was it incident with Hugs we saw, where Hugs came back onto the track and nearly swept a load of you up?
Was that, which lap are you talking about? Because there was something I was going to mention after the stream.
We saw a bit of an incident. I think it was when you and the Aston Martins were trying to overtake Hugs. I think it was after the first safety car. It was very close, should we say.
I was going to mention lap 4. Is you on the same incident as me?
Possibly.
Safety car came out first, like the minutes it came in 3 or 4. So.
Yeah, so you probably are about the same thing as me. I felt like I went over to the left as far as I could, because normally you wouldn't go that far left for the racing line. So I went left to accommodate him, and he just kept on coming. I don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a heart and mouth moment, because I was worried it was going to keep going and collect me.
Yeah. But no, I say very well done today. I think, like I say, P2 is the best you could hope for today with the pace of that Mercedes. And we will see you next week in Canada.
Certainly will.
Cheers
Thanks
for joining
as always,
us.
guys.
Take care, buddy.
Guys.
Cheers.
You want to get anyone else, Liam, or are you happy to leave it there?
Yeah, happy to leave it there, mate.
Because I'm about to set probably my fastest time trial I've ever done around Spain, and it's going to be a good place to leave it, I think.
I agree. That's not a problem.
Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll leave it there for this week. Join us next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the notifications when we do go live next Monday. And you will join us round the Jacques de Villeneuve circuit in Canada in the penultimate race of the Red House Racing League Season 2. So from me and Liam, it is goodbye and good night.